Hello there, good evening. Scotland's clinical director is warning winter will be challenging with a new variant of COVID leading to a rise in cases. Jason Leach says the NHS is ready for more cases, but stresses anyone who feels ill should stay at home. Maura Kinabra has the details.
Ben, just want to talk us through the latest there, please.
Well, John, this is day 13 of 16 in the latest strike action by teachers in Scotland. Members of the EIS Teachers Union have been striking in 2 areas per day since mid-January. Today it's the turn of teachers here in Aberdeen and also in Clackmannanshire. Mr Johnson is expected to arrive here later on this morning, where he will formally stand down. He'll then be followed by Liz Truss, who will officially be appointed by the Queen, completing the transfer of power.
This is Her Majesty's last time, her last journey through this place, somewhere she loved perhaps more than anywhere else in the world. Well-wishers here, many visibly upset, as I say, and the Queen has left a place where she was so happy, Fiona, for the very last time.
As he got off the plane, a familiar gesture to the waiting cameras. He didn't take any questions, but before leaving said, "It's great to be home. This was the home of my mother." The former US president's late mother was from the Isle of Lewis. This is Donald Trump's first visit to Scotland since he lost the presidential election in 2020. He arrived on his private jet before leaving quickly in a large convoy. His trip comes at a time when he's facing legal troubles back home. Many of the dogs at this centre can't be filmed for legal reasons. The SSPCA says the cost of living crisis, increasing financial pressures, is leading to many people having to make the heartbreaking decision to give their pets up. Major police incidents in this part of the country are extremely rare. Those living here are still processing what has happened as police investigations continue. The local reaction has been one of sadness and disbelief. Well, Lucy, we've been hearing from the Prime Minister this morning as he sets out his plans for the energy sector. As you say, he's announced the issuing of around 100 new North Sea oil and gas drilling licences. Now, while the coronation got underway in London, many people across the UK took part in their own celebrations. Here in Scotland, the gun salute at Edinburgh Castle marked the moment King Charles was crowned, but there were protests as well. Maura Kinabra reports. King Charles given a warm welcome on his first official visit to Aberdeen as monarch. During a reception at the townhouse, the King met with people who've settled in the city from Ukraine, Syria and Afghanistan. This case also offered an opportunity for some of them to speak publicly for the first time about this event. We heard of physical, psychological and financial scars people have been left with, people being robbed of time together, and how this whole event could have been avoided if it weren't for Network Rail's catalogue of failures. Responding to alarms set off in buildings make up a big proportion of call-outs for firefighters. But from today, they'll no longer attend automatic fire alarm call-outs to schools, offices and leisure facilities. Hospitals, care homes, hotels and anywhere someone could be sleeping are exempt. Well, in Aberdeen, this is usually the busiest railway station north of Edinburgh and Glasgow, but today, as you can see, eerily quiet. No trains are arriving, no trains are departing. The only services that are running in Scotland today are in central Scotland, around Edinburgh and Glasgow, but they are on a very limited basis. Experts believe that this is one of the best examples of a surviving outdoor seaside pool in Scotland, and it's hoped that with the rise in popularity of open water swimming, this could once again become a popular destination. The Maritime and Coast Guard Agency are rehearsing how it would respond to this worst case scenario. This exercise is the biggest of its kind in the UK this year. It's a chance to train personnel and test equipment. This giant inflatable boom is being deployed, which would prevent an oil spill from spreading at sea.
You're going to Scotland, McIntyre? The old country.
Yes, sir.
Pennon features as the fictional village of Furness. American businessman Mac McIntyre is sent to Scotland to buy it to turn it into an oil refinery. It's become a pilgrimage for film fans.
And that's all we've got time for the moment. Our next update is here on BBC One Scotland at 6:25 tomorrow morning during breakfast. But from everyone on the Late Team here in Glasgow and from our colleagues around the country, thanks very much for watching. Good night.